everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Angel Storm. Today I'm talking to you about why narcissists use triangulation and what they're trying to get when they use triangulation. So first of all, triangulation is when there are three people, obviously to make a triangle, involved, and the narcissist is directly affecting or pitting the other two people against one another. So in a friendship, this can look like the narcissist picking the side of one friend over the other and doing so on purpose. So inviting that friend to spend time with them or to go to an event with them without inviting the other person specifically to do that. And this can go both ways. So depending on what the narcissist needs or wants at the time, one of those people is the favorite. This can also unfortunately occur, and it does occur very often, with narcissists who are parents and there's two children or even more than one child. The narcissist will pick one and that one will be the favorite. So that one, they'll buy toys for that one, unfortunately. And even in front of the other kids, they'll favor that child and they will ignore the other children. They will have separate rules, like one child is able to have dessert but the other child isn't. There's all types of things like this that happen when a narcissist is a parent and does triangulation. And again, the whole point of why there's triangulation is control, which I'm going to explain in just a second. One final example that I want to give about triangulation is, of course, in a romantic situation where the narcissist is with somebody but also somebody else. And each one of these scenarios, again, is about control, but what the narcissist wants is different in each one of these scenarios. So in the situation where you're dealing with a narcissist in a romantic type of situation where there are two partners that the narcissist is romantically involved with, the reason for this is to, one, deepen the trauma bond, to make the other person, to make both people actually feel like they are very wanted, they are very desirable, and that it's no problem for them to find another supply at any kind of time that they want to, and to make the two people that the narcissist is triangulating feel very honored to be with the narcissist, because look how desirable they are. They can have anybody that they want. They can have multiple partners if they want. So that's kind of the goal there. This strengthens the trauma bond because it confuses the victims to not know what to think, because they'll start thinking about what the narcissist is saying. Yeah, they are really desirable. They do have the ability to have more than one partner at a time. I wonder why the narcissist would choose me. Maybe I should just be accepting of this type of behavior. It will get them to question their own values, their own belief systems, their own self-worth, and things like that. This strengthens the trauma bond. So they're actually becoming more dependent upon the narcissist opinion of them, and they are actually abdicating their own ability to influence the relationship. So basically they're giving up part of their power to the narcissist for the narcissist to decide where this relationship goes and how involved they are in this relationship, that they should be very a part of that decision-making process. They just abdicate that role, that authority, to the narcissist automatically. This is part of what happens during a trauma bond. So as I just said, this is always about control. It's about power. It's about the ability to get better at narcissistic games for the narcissist when they use triangulation. So a narcissist is able to read people's energy very well, which I've talked about a lot in my videos. They are very good at analyzing people, what they need, what they want, what motivates them, the right words to use, and so forth. They understand that very well. And they also view people like chess pieces on a chessboard. And so they are truly thinking many, many steps ahead. This is also why when people come to me, when my clients are asking me about their specific situations, how to get revenge on the narcissist, they want to use some of the tactics that the narcissist used on them against the narcissist, and it rarely is effective. It rarely works because the narcissist can see that. The narcissist can see that you're trying to get back at them, and they're already so many moves ahead in the game that whole thing just backfires. In fact, they're often able to use whatever it was that you were planning to do to them to get revenge on them against you. It further damages you. So you must recognize, like, the narcissist, the way that they're viewing this situation is extremely complex. They have many moves already planned out. They've already analyzed how people will interact, how people will react to finding out about triangulation, how the trauma bond will affect different types of people, and what the narcissist can get from those types of people once that trauma bond is set in. These things have already been thought out. So if you think that the narcissist doesn't really know what they're doing, even if it appears that way, it's foolish of you to underestimate the amount of time and the amount of skill that they have spent developing this ability. They've actually invested in that. And so a lot of times narcissists will play narcissistic games such as triangulation for the sole purpose of getting better at it, of getting better at being able to manipulate and control people. You have to understand that. Sometimes narcissists can use triangulation with the help of their flying monkeys, the people who are aware of the narcissist's behaviors but refuse to call the narcissist out on those things. They refuse to hold them accountable. They make excuses for them. They actually will even facilitate a lot of the narcissistic abuse that happens. This is often found with parents of the narcissist, especially mothers of the narcissist will kind of, block the consequences of the narcissist's actions from ever catching up with the narcissist because they just don't want any kind of thing to happen to their child. So they'll just continue to make excuses for them well into their adult years. This can include, financially supporting them. There isn't really any kind of thing off limits. This can include writing their court documents if they're facing court. It can be anything that they need to do to protect their child from those consequences. Most often this is a reflection of them. The parent who's doing that, again, that it's typically the mother, is usually a narcissist themselves. And so this behavior makes sense to them because they're thinking in the same terms as the narcissist that you're probably dealing with. So triangulation with flying monkeys can look like the narcissist doing one thing and saying one thing, and the flying monkeys coming along on the other side and reinforcing what the narcissist is saying or doing to you, so that it appears as though all of your options are presented in what the narcissist said, that there isn't any other way out, that this is the only thing that you can do, that you need to be complicit with whatever the narcissist is demanding or asking you to do, and that you don't get a real say. Like, everybody has spoken, you're the crazy one, you're the one who can't see that this is the way that everything needs to happen, and so on and so forth. And so the narcissist can use the flying monkeys to make triangulation happen really whenever they want to. And especially if you're dealing with a narcissist in a courtroom setting, specifically like with a child custody issue, you will often see that that they're able to do this with guardians ad litem. They're able to use the narcissist and the flying monkeys to convince the guardian ad litem, who probably could be a narcissist themselves, to do or to write a certain angle on what is happening in the child custody case. Unfortunately, this happens all of the time. The narcissist, again, has gotten very good at manipulation. A lot of times, my clients who are facing the most difficult court cases with a narcissist is because that narcissist has already had court. This is like their second or third time being in court. And so all of those times that the narcissist has gone through this process has taught them how to get better at manipulating the system, regardless of whether or not they have connections to be able to influence, judges or other court officials. It doesn't matter. The narcissist has learned how to get better at manipulation and control in these kinds of settings. So it's really important that you understand your narcissist before heading into a court type situation. And if the narcissist has already had opportunities to get better, to improve their skills in terms of manipulating court appointed people, you really need to be aware of that. You really need to be conscious of how the narcissist is thinking before you head into that situation, before you head into that is narcissist territory. You don't want to just enter in there unaware and unprepared. So again, narcissists use triangulation for power and control. They want to take as much as they can. They're energy vampires. That's always how I refer to them. They want to take away all of your energy. If they sap your energy, they can take away your control, your power, your willpower, the desire for you to ever leave the situation, for you to think about the situation any different, for you to reach out for help to other people, for you to be vocal about what is occurring to you in your situation. All that type of stuff goes away if the narcissist is able to drain your energy. And triangulation really zaps people's energy very quickly because, again, it's presenting this very false picture about what is happening. But because of the trauma bond and because typically you've been groomed up until this point to rely heavily on the narcissist and their opinions or their input into whatever situation. This could be just life in general or a specific situation. You rely so heavily on them that by the time there's triangulation happening and you recognize that this is you're involved in the middle of a love triangle that you didn't ask to be, or that you're being manipulated and that the narcissist doesn't actually care about you as a friend, or whatever the situation may be, the realities are too polar opposite for you to comprehend how both could be possible. And it's easier for your brain to go with what the narcissist is saying because of the trauma bond. Again, it's conditioned you physically, biologically, chemically. The makeup in your brain is telling you, and it's pushing you down that path. So being aware again of what it would look like to be with a narcissist, of what it would look like to interact with a narcissist, and knowing that triangulation is one of the biggest tactics of the narcissist is really important that you recognize this and you're able to call it for what it is if you see it, that you don't make excuses for why this is occurring or give an out to the narcissist's behavior. That's not doing you any good, of course, but it's also enabling the narcissist to continue in this pattern of behavior, to do this to other people. And your voice is actually very powerful. The moment that you decide your power stops flowing to the narcissist is the moment that it stops flowing to the narcissist. So you can take control over your energy and where you're putting it, where you're allowing it to flow, and you can start changing these situations that you might find yourself in. So you guys, I hope this helps you understand why narcissists use triangulation, what it would look like, what it would feel like if you find yourself in the middle of being triangulated by a narcissist, and what you can do about it. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel below and turn on the little bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video to this channel.